Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Girl What? I just fell into my chair. How you doing, Josh?
You know, good.
How's your year going so far?
3 days. I'm worn out.
3 days in. I've already seen the meme that says, well, I gave it a try. 2025 will be my year.
No, this is my year.
Do you make resolutions? I just recorded an episode about resolutions. Do you make
goals?
Okay.
I'm not like, I'm losing 50 pounds.
You're not resolving anything. You're just... So I don't do resolutions. I just do like a word of the year. And then I make little goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my word of the year is flourish.
Flourish. I thought you were going to say flirt.
My goal for this year is to flirt.
Gotta get what I got. Gotta use what I got.
Okay, so give me one of your goals for the year 2024.
To finish my book.
You've already written one book. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, that's just sitting in the file cabinet.
Why? Why don't you send it?
It's not good enough.
That's what all writers say.
Yeah, but I'm taking stuff from that one into this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like...
It's got good parts.
Like tweaking the book and redoing it, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you didn't know, my brother is an author. He writes things.
Yeah.
What's your degree in?
English and creative writing. English and
creative writing. That's so funny. I tell everybody I used to write his papers in high school.
Middle school.
High school. Because I was in college. I was out of college. Uh-huh. Yep.
For what class?
I don't know. English?
Not for English.
Uh-huh.
No, because I know for sure. I remember writing my papers for Miss Garcia and Miss Walker.
Miss Walker. That's the blonde one, right? Yeah.
Interesting woman.
She was. Okay, so you do goals. Wait. Oh, to finish your book. I was about to ask you again. Okay, tell me one of your pet peeves.
One of my pet peeves?
Yeah, like what's your biggest pet peeve? Because the whole topic today is my biggest pet peeve, so I just want to get what's your biggest pet peeve?
Probably when other people are impatient.
When other people are impatient.
Not even with me, just when they're impatient in general. That drives me crazy.
Yeah, I'm doing an episode coming up on impatience. But, okay, give me another one of yours.
I don't know.
What makes you crazy?
When people ask me to hang out and then they sit on their phone the whole time.
Okay.
Like when we're out having coffee.
And you're like, why did you come here?
Hang on. Every 5 seconds, I gotta send this text.
Oh, no. I've learned to start putting my phone in do not disturb mode when I'm with people. Which, by the way, I need to do now. So it doesn't go off. Because...
Just nobody texts me.
I text you sometimes.
Yeah, when people text me, it's rare. And it's usually for something.
For a purpose, not
just like, hey, how's it going?
You don't text women?
No, to make plans. That's about it.
Not just small talk?
No.
Okay, have you ever been stood up for a date? Or for plans? Either by friends or by the woman variety.
Not like straight up. No one didn't show up. Something similar. So my friends tried to set me up with one of her friends. Mm-hmm. She was like, "It'll be great." And the other girl, she was like, "Yeah, she's really interested." And then she gave me her number, and I texted her. Never texted me back. It's been like 4 months.
You're like, okay.
I still haven't asked her about my friend.
I would. I'd be like,
"What happened?
What heck? Why? What was the point of that?"
Yeah, I was like, well, this was a fun exercise in patience.
So my biggest pet peeve is flakiness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, not saying no. So to me, there's a huge difference between if I ask you to do something, you say no.
Oh, yeah, I do that a lot.
That's fine. That doesn't bother me.
Because I got stuff to do.
That's fine. That does not bother me because then I can make other plans. It's not. What bothers me is when you ask someone to hang out or you invite someone to a party or, you do something and they're like, yeah, I'm coming. And then either the day before or less, 24 hours or less, they're like, actually, I can't come.
Yeah.
Literally makes me want to rip my hair out. I hate it. So I've been doing some research on flakiness and they said people who flake, and I get that it happens sometime, like something comes up, but if it happens consistently, you are the problem. And they said it's linked to narcissism.
Well, yeah.
Because they're like, you have no regard for other people's plans or time or feelings. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think it's selfish. Well, a lot of people that flake, they flake just so they can stay home.
Yeah.
I'm like, how rude.
And again, it's just like, I put time and effort into planning to be with you, and then you're just like, no.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, I got something else to do. I'm like,
then why didn't you say no in the first place?
Manage your time better.
Yes. Poor time management or lack of care.
Or both.
For other people, or both. Yeah. Cannot stand it. So today's stories are all about flakiness. And there's a couple in there about snow, because apparently when I was looking up flakes, it thought it was snow. What is that? That was wild. Maybe it's your 2 water bottles so close to the flame. Why do you have 2 water bottles?
This has got coffee.
Oh.
No, it's water.
Coffee and water.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You gotta have both.
I already finished my coffee for the day.
Oh, I don't start drinking it until after I have breakfast and have a shower and everything.
Which was now at 12:30 in the afternoon.
When did I shower? Like 10:30?
That's when Jackson and I woke up today, so I love Christmas break.
You're just chugging your coffee then. I'm sipping it slow.
Well, it's been 2 hours. I started at like 11. I finished at like 11:30.
Yeah, I made this coffee at like 10:30.
Oh my word, no. I have my 1 cup of coffee. I finish it.
It's still hot. It's like 30 ounces.
Yeah, that is a lot of coffee.
I probably won't drink it all.
Okay, first, before we get started, I'm going to play this video about flakiness. There's actually 2 that are funny. I'll play one for right now. Hold on.
Showering and everything.
Okay.
Why would you do that? There's acceptable ways to do it. One category, you flake on somebody between 24 and 48 hours beforehand, that's not that bad. Like, I'd be a little annoyed about that, but I'm not going to hold it against you. Now, if you flake the day of, but just say it's in the morning and we got plans at night, probably not going to hang out with you again, and I'd be annoyed, but we can still be friends, just not the type of friends that hang out. If you're in this last group, you should be ashamed. The ones that cancel at the last minute. If I'm in the process of getting ready to hang out with you, showering and everything, and you cancel, clearly we aren't friends. Because why would you do that? At that point, I got to block you off of GP. I cannot stand.
Okay, what's GP? I got to block you off of GP. Grand Prairie.
Group play. He's a video game player of some sort. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so I have a friend that lives way far away. Sometimes she'll cancel plans like 20 minutes before.
20 minutes before.
And I'm like, we're meeting at a place where we both have to drive like 45 minutes. I'm like halfway there. Because
is rude.
We meet in Dallas.
Yeah. That's pretty rude. You're still friends with this person?
Yeah. Because they're just like, I'm just not feeling up to going out in the traffic today.
You're like, well, you should have already been on your way. So, and that's the thing. Can you have told me like 5 hours ago? And then I'd still be like disappointed. But
or like right before I'm about to leave the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go anyway. I don't mind going by myself. Yeah.
Then you just continue on to Dallas?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. There's one more that's pretty funny. And then we'll get to my stories.
It's Tuesday. Hey, it's me, your flaky friend. I definitely want to hang out. But I'm just going to cancel last minute. I'm always on my phone, but somehow consistently miss your texts. I actually read everything you send. I just don't respond. I'm a bad person. What you can count on me for, though, is that my phone is always on Do Not Disturb. Which is funny because I'm never busy. I mean, look where I am right now. It's 2:30 on a Tuesday. Where am I? If you want to hang out with me, you physically have to come find me. I know, isn't that annoying? Oh, hey guys, it's been years. Yeah, I'm down to chill. Hey, it's me, your flaky friend.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you'll go knock on their door and they won't open it. Certain people that we know.
That we know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've got a few very flaky friends, but that's okay. And again, it's different if you just say no. Now, if you continually say no, I've got friends like that too. If I invite you somewhere and you continually say no, eventually I'm going to stop asking. Because, like,
what's you got to give me a variety. If you keep inviting me to a place I don't want to go, okay. I'm not coming.
Okay, that's different. But, like, I'm just talking about, like, in a friend group, if we all hang out and somebody consistently says no, it's like, well, okay, you obviously don't want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
I just, eventually I'm going to see you.
I'm just me.
You pretty much, you tell me no if you don't want to do something, and you tell me right when I ask you.
Yeah, we make plans like 50% of the time we take. Well, maybe like 75%.
Yeah, we do pretty good. And I just know that if you...
depends on the time of year.
You never cancel last minute. You just say no up front, and I respect that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to be feeling up to that.
I just know it's not going to happen.
I already know how I feel on a Tuesday.
And if it's something you don't want to do, you most of the time don't come.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anyway, I'll keep inviting you, though, because you're family, so... All right, let's get into some of these stories. And... I mean, a lot of them are "Am I the jerk?" and obviously they're the jerk. And sometimes
because they didn't show up.
Yeah, or it's the person who's confronting. Anyway, let's see. What do I want to start with? Okay, let's start with the dirtbag college kids. Now, this is the snowflake part of it.
Oh.
Because when I searched flakiness, pepper flakes came up in cooking, and snowflakes, and then flaky people.
Let's talk about some cooking.
This one is snowflakes.
How do you use your pepper flakes?
Well, that one was like, am I the jerk for adding extra pepper flakes to my wife's cooking? She was like she got like super offended or something.
Well, you better learn about spices. Salt is not a spice.
Okay, Zach and I fight about this all the time because I like more bland food. Like, I don't like it to be super seasoned.
I mean, I don't put a ton on there, but...
Yeah.
I'm not just throwing out a dry piece of chicken and saying, hey, have it.
No, he likes pepper on everything, like a lot of pepper.
Yeah, well, every time I cook whatever, it's usually at least salt, pepper, garlic, and paprika.
The standard.
Yeah.
Okay, dirtbag college kids. Growing up, my parents lived in a townhouse. We lived on the end of a set of 5. The middle house was a good friend who also happened to be a cop. The house next to us was a renter. Normally the renters were college kids, not too noisy or rude, just did their thing, so it wasn't a bad deal. Well, one year we get these 4 to 5 kids staying in a 2-bedroom house, and all of them had a car. So whenever we got snow, my dad and I would go out and shovel out 2 spots for our family's cars and 1 spot for the cop neighbor for his police cruiser, as he worked nights and didn't want to have to shovel when he got back home at 5 a.m. So we finished shoveling, and not 10 minutes later, all 3 spots we shoveled are parked in by college neighbors. My dad and I, rightfully pissed off, go knock on the door to tell them to move, and of course they don't answer. They don't answer the door. What a surprise. So of course we spent the next 3 hours shoveling every bit of snow from the yard, the road, the driveways, every flake we could find, there's where the flake came in, right onto their cars. The only thing you could see at the end was mounds of snow. No evidence of a car whatsoever. The next morning when I woke up, I peeked outside to find all 4 college neighbors trying to dig out their cars with just their hands as they were trying to leave for class. After that, they bought shovels and didn't take a spot they didn't shovel. A little petty revenge.
That's kind of rude.
What? Which part?
The people that buried their cars.
They took their spots that the other people shoveled out.
Well, maybe
they knew they didn't shovel it.
Are they new?
No.
Maybe they don't know about the shoveling process of the neighborhood.
Oh, my word. Yes, they did. So you think the people who buried the cars are the jerks?
Well, both of them. College people are a little thoughtless, but...
It baffles me that people... This is the top comment with 2,000 upvotes. It baffles me that people will commit this kind of douchebaggery. It's like the people who sneak in and snatch spots up while I'm waiting to turn in. Don't the parking thieves realize that not only do I know exactly which car to mess with, but now I also know you will be inside shopping for hours, leaving your car vacant.
Hours? Who's grocery shopping for hours?
Yeah. Anyway, that was the first flake. I cannot stand people who steal parking spots. It's more like if I'm about to turn into it and they like race into it, I'm like, really? You didn't see me here.
I just park way out there. There's nobody around me.
Road etiquette has gone significantly downhill. People do not care anymore.
Yeah, people are
rude.
Rude for no reason.
For no reason. I didn't do anything to you.
Yeah. The other day I was coming around that one at 30, the loop that goes towards the church.
Yeah.
And it's like way up there, past Applebee's, and this car came flying through the light and like went right in front of me and like honked and was like, I was like 400 feet in front of you, and you came flying like 60 miles an hour to beat
Through
me.
the light, yeah. That intersection is ridiculous.
Yeah, the white line's gone.
Yeah, the white line is gone, so it's a free for all.
Basically.
Yeah. Going to the Christmas service, there was like somehow 4 lanes of people right there. There's only 2 lanes.
Other way.
What other way?
Rough Hall.
Oh.
The back roads.
The back roads.
Just avoid that whole area.
Yeah.
I don't even park over there anyways.
I usually park at like Soul Man's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can get there the back way.
Okay, our next story is called, this is from 10 years ago, by the way. This is called Flake Out on Our Plans, Eat This.
This is the one about the pepper flakes.
It's not. Okay. So, I'm the second youngest in my entire extended family. The person closest in age is my brother, who I can't stand. The next closest is my younger cousin, Leah. She and I were the only females in this generation, so naturally I used to try to form a bond or whatever with her, which never really happened because she's sporty and I'm not. She's really looks driven and I'm not. I'm kind of geeky and she's not, etc. Just giving you some backstory here.
This sounds like a Disney movie from the High School Musical.
Okay. On Christmas Eve a couple years ago, she gets trashed. Apparently she cries when she's drunk, and suddenly she wants to spend time with me. She's bawling about how she has no friends. She's so lonely. She's miserable. Blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So I offer to hang out with her sometime, and she's ecstatic. She seemed convinced that I didn't really like her. Meanwhile, I spent years thinking she didn't really like me.
Poor communication.
So we decide to hang out for a few days in January while my aunt and uncle are out of town. We can have some drinks. She'll have me sit through the Harry Potter movies. We can girl talk or whatever. Sounds good, and I'm pretty excited. I shoot her a message over Facebook a few days later to confirm that she remembers, as she was awfully drunk. She remembers and realizes that my birthday is that week, so she'll totally buy me a drink. Now that I have confirmation, I ask off of work for a few days. This is particularly, I can't say that word, particularly irritating. Because at the time, I had a crappy job at a donut shop, and not only could I not afford the time off, but my boss hated when I asked for time off, so she'd cut additional hours off of work out of spite. I also pushed off a date with a guy I'd been into because I figured my cousin really wanted the company. The week of the visit comes, and I realize I don't have Leah's address, so I call her to ask for it. It rings once and then goes to voicemail, usually an indicator that the call has been ignored. Okay. Maybe she was busy. So I leave a message and wait until that night before sending a text. Still no answer by the next afternoon, the day before my visit. So I shoot her a Facebook message. No response. So I make alternative plans, and by the end of the weekend, I'm so pissed that I haven't even gotten a, sorry, I was camping and my phone died. Or, oh crap, I completely forgot, maybe another time. You know, any acknowledgement that she stood me up. That pissed me off way more than flaking out on me. So to the revenge portion. The thing is,
I also like that her default was like, sorry, I was camping. And my phone, I just went camping.
Well,
my phone died.
She's just saying she would have at least liked a
It was an
fake
unprepared camper.
text.
She's like, oh, sorry, I went camping. I'm like, we live in New York City. You just left. You don't even have a car.
Yeah.
High School Musical people.
But to never even say anything, that's just the part that really gets me. So rude. Okay, so the revenge. There are 2 things that Leah is particularly proud of when we... Stop saying the word particularly. Proud of when we have
very
family...
particular about how her story is told. This particular part is particularly important.
Yeah. Proud of when we have family get-togethers. Dressing up and baking something for dessert. So, over a year and a half later, after the incident...
Get alive.
At my grandpa's birthday party, I get my revenge.
This really is.
I start Googling dessert recipes, and I go to the grocery store. I blow $40 on eggs, sugar, graham cracker crumbs, cream cheese, vanilla extract, butter, and raspberries. And I make the most delicious raspberry cheesecake I could ever hope to make.
With a laxative?
Then I dress up in some of my nicer clothes with my hair freshly done. Still won't compare to her if she dresses up because she's got the body of a swimmer and I've got the body of someone who's trying to get out of a bad relationship with fried foods. Mozzarella sticks.
This girl's a little odd. She's like, I hate this cousin of mine. Also, I'm slightly in love with her.
I get to the party and I see Leah making guacamole, dressed in sweats.
He's beginning to be like a Colleen Hoover book.
I immediately start getting compliments on how nice I look, how I've lost weight, how nice my hair is, blah, blah, blah. And I see Leah is getting a little irritated. When she asked people how her guacamole was, she got a lot of, oh, it was good. When we get to my cheesecake at the end of the night, everyone gushes over it. Oh my God, you need to give me this recipe. Can you make this from now on? Oh, hell yes. Who's the better chick now? That's the end.
That's the end?
Yeah.
What kind of revenge was that?
Oh.
I guess. Well, I guess that was okay.
She didn't
Not so spiteful like I thought it was going to be.
You thought she was going to serve her like a laxative pie.
Yeah. That seems like a go-to for people.
Top comment, delicious cheesecake and story. Way to go. Okay. If I make plans with someone and I have to take off work and travel to you, and I confirm with you the week before, that would be your chance to be like, nah, not gonna happen. To say nothing the whole, I'm surprised all she did was just make a cheesecake and outshine her. I'd be so mad.
Yeah, productive use of time. She's like, no, I know how to bake.
I studied for a year and a half to one-up you. Now I can bake.
School.
I lost weight. Revenge can be a good motivator.
Apparently.
Who's the better chick now?
Then she bursts into a song.
I absolutely love this. And a lot of the comments are, so can we have that recipe? Exceptionally classy, and I mean it. Love it.
That was the top comment. That cheesecake.
Okay, let's see. This one says, what generation are you?
Like right on the edge.
Of millennial and...
Gen Z.
I think I'm millennial.
But I was more with you guys.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with you guys.
Yeah. This one says, why are millennials so damn unreliable?
Oh, well. I mean, Gen Z is 100 times worse.
100%. They're way worse. This one says, FYI, I'm a 27-year-old female, so definitely a millennial and not some cranky old person complaining about young people these days. I've complained about this for years. This is just a tear off my chest, so there's no, question. It's just someone venting, but... in college, I hated hosting parties because people would say they would show up and then wouldn't. And one time I decided to plan a camping trip. Oh, we're back to camping.
Yeah. Hey. That's one of my goals this year, to go camping.
You should have come. Well, we didn't end up making it last year, but you should have come with us. I love our camping spot.
Trying to go camp. Fish.
Yeah.
That's about it.
We camp right on the river. You can fish there the whole time.
I'll go in the summer, though. It's hot.
You would rather be cold camping?
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to go camp up, northwest Texas towards
Like
Colorado.
Where? We camp
them carps.
On the Colorado
right
River.
on the river. Yeah, that's one of them. That's a good spot.
It's a really good spot.
Well, I'll come with you sometime.
Maybe we can go in the spring before it gets hot.
Maybe I'll go camping twice this year.
Let's plan a camping trip.
I'll go with you.
In the
for
spring.
A couple days.
When it's not so hot, just a weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I also want to go by myself once too, though.
That's fair. But it's real fun with kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can have the tent with the boys.
Great.
They love you.
I love them too, and I love to go to bed by myself at night in the quiet.
Listen, I slept with Jackson last night and I only got kicked in the face twice.
First time he kicks me in the face, I'm throwing him in the woods.
Great. Awesome.
Fine, I'll go sleep in the woods. Somebody's going in the woods as soon as there's a kick.
These millennials. Okay, so one time I decided to plan a camping trip. Had about a dozen people tell me they'd come. Only my two best friends, one of their boyfriends, and my boyfriend showed up. We'd rented 4 tents and bought a bunch of food. Lots of people didn't even bother to text and say they couldn't make it. They just didn't show up. Oh my god. I can't read this whole thing. It's so long. It just seems to me like millennials will only commit to something once they're absolutely positive nothing better will come along. Even if they do commit, if something better comes along, they'll flake out. Not only are they unreliable, they're also rude. Oh, okay. So then she goes on to tell this whole story about how she texted 2 of her friends, and they both said that they would come, and then they both just hung out with their boyfriends instead. Didn't say anything to her, just Snapchatted her later in the night after she's sitting at home having cleaned her house, and they're like, hello, you know, on Snapchat, how you do?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have Snapchat anymore either.
That's not technically the point of the story. The point of the story,
I know what people do on there.
Is that she cleaned her house for her friends, and then they didn't come.
Send a picture of a wall. Streak. What's the point of that?
I have a streak with one person, my friend Kaylee.
I used to have a bunch of streaks.
Just one. That's the only person I've ever had a streak with. And 283 days. What's the highest streak you ever had? Speaking of that.
Me.
Streak.
Me and one of my friends from high school, Chris. We gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
We kept it going way after we weren't even like friends after high school. But we kept it going like 800 something days.
800? Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. I bet you wouldn't have flaked out on him if he asked you to go camping.
No, me and Chris could have gone camping. I'm not sure he's the camping type.
Oh. Okay. All right, here's one. Would I be the jerk for flaking on a flake? Also, sorry, my children in the background.
I don't know. Why would you even just don't make plans with them?
My friend has been consistently flaky for the 8 years we've known each other.
There you go.
It's almost like, don't you know better at this point?
Yeah.
She often plans last-minute hangouts and demands my punctuality, but she is frequently late herself and has a million excuses as to why it's never her fault and she can't be held accountable. That drives me nuts. Sorry, something always comes up. Okay. Anyway.
Like something came up. I dropped my toothbrush on the floor. I couldn't brush my teeth. My teeth are all brown. I can't go out looking like this. I have a reputation to upkeep, not like you.
Okay. She also changes or cancels plans abruptly, sometimes without any communication, and then will randomly hit me up days later as if nothing ever happened. This pattern has caused a lot of damage to our friendship, to the point where we stop talking for months at a time. Sounds like a great friendship.
Should just let it slowly drift apart, baby.
Do the old... Oh.
Boom. Ring the gong. End it.
Just call it. Okay. To protect my time and sanity, I now double or triple check to confirm our plans before I will get ready or leave the house. If I don't get a response in 10 to 15 minutes from saying I'm about to leave, then I just stay home. This tends to upset her if she actually did intend on meeting up. And for whatever reason got sidetracked, but since she's known to change her mind and has repeatedly bailed on our plans in the past, this has become my way of taking control of the situation. So staying home is my choice instead of my consequence, and I don't feel like my time was wasted. This is where I'm torn. We made plans to meet up tomorrow, Friday morning. She gave me the usual "don't be late" spiel. Spiel? Even though it's S-P-I-E-L, is it
spiel?
Really?
I think so.
Spiel
sounds wrong.
Spiel, but it's spelled S-P-I-E-L.
It's just how you say it.
Okay, if you're listening, please tell me how to pronounce spiel.
Look, there's all kinds of words like that.
Like what? Yes, you English major.
Let's see.
That have added sounds that are not in the word?
Yeah. Or should have sounds that are not in the word.
Oh, like the silent K's or silent P's.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a better example.
Okay, like the word no, K-N-O-W. Makes no sense. The K is silent. But if you take the K off, then it's now.
And the W is kind of silent too.
Yeah.
It's just like the word no sandwiched between
How is the K
and
silent, but it changes the word at the same time?
I have no idea.
It's dumb.
Silent Ks really are the stupidest. Like night and night. Why?
Just all of English is dumb.
English is dumb. Okay. So she gave me the spiel. And I assured her I would be on time, but now it's almost midnight on Thursday. I texted her, still on for tomorrow. She saw the message and didn't reply. If it were anyone else, I'd give them the benefit of the doubt and still wake up early, assuming they'd let me know if something came up. And although annoying, I wouldn't hold it against them as a first-time offense. But given her history of being flaky, I'm hesitant to commit to an early morning when there is at least a 50% chance that in the morning she will tell me that she just remembered she has to tutor homeless blind children and cremate her pet iguana. However, there is also a chance that even if she doesn't text me until 10 minutes before our meetup time, she will still expect me to be up early, ready, and on my way, and will blame me entirely if I'm even 2 minutes late. And furthermore, communicating to her that I would rather reschedule will still result in her being mad at me, and probably some comments about how I don't take commitments seriously, the pot said to the kettle. Also, she doesn't tutor blind homeless children or have a pet iguana.
I wonder how many blind homeless children there are out there
I don't know.
to be tutored.
Yeah.
And you probably need a lot of special skills to do that.
You'd have to be, what was Helen Keller's teacher's name? Dang it. I teach this story every year about her teacher and I forget. Anyway, takes a very patient person to do that.
Exactly. Can't have impatience.
Yeah. And cremating a pet iguana, that's a skill.
Yeah, it takes time by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. You just throw it on the fire and walk away, but I feel like an iguana burns pretty easily.
Oh. What would you do if you have a friend like this?
Well, I have had certain people where you like text them the night before to be like, hey, we're still on, they don't answer.
Yeah.
And I just don't go.
Yeah.
And it's never been a problem because I don't think they win either.
Yeah.
That's only been a few times, though.
I mean, if I say are we still on and I never hear anything, I'm assuming that we're not.
Yeah.
But
and then I never have been, so.
It just, to me, is so frustrating because it takes 2 seconds to be like, nah, we're not. Then the not ignorance, because that would be like not knowing. The ignoring of someone just really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to be like, no.
Yeah, I don't know who's making all these plans that they forget. I don't ever really forget when I make plans.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you are not that busy that you made so many plans that you just forget and then saw the message and forgot to respond.
Yeah.
You are not that busy.
Sometimes I do that. See the message and forget to respond.
I do forget to respond sometimes. But
sometimes it'll be 3 days and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to respond to that person.
Like, Mom called me last night. She's like, did you not see my text? I'm like, oh, I really just forgot to respond.
But usually it's never about plans.
No. I don't get it. It's usually
someone that I don't see very often.
Yeah.
That texts me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, I'll answer that later.
Yeah.
Especially if I see it at work.
Yeah.
And then I don't have a break for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Well, sometimes I'll see it on my watch, so it'll say I've read it. And so then when I go check my phone, does it show that I have any unread messages? So I assume I've responded. But not if it's about plans. If it's about plans, I'll respond right away. Yes, I will be there. No, I will not.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I don't respond right away.
Yeah.
Like, let me think about it. What do I have going on?
What better is going to come along?
What kind of mood am I in?
Yeah. That's the thing. You just got to be better about...
Not what better is coming along. I don't have enough people at a time. Like, nothing else is coming along for at least 3 weeks. What better is coming along? Maybe coffee by myself.
Well, that's the thing. That's... Like, people think that it's going to hurt their feelings, other people's feelings. Okay. If they say no, I'm like, but it hurts people's feelings less to just say no than to say yes and then not show up. I just don't understand the reasoning there.
People are living weird lives out there.
Yeah. People are living weird lives.
Strange.
Okay. Am I the jerk for my reaction to my cousin not bringing a turkey to Christmas dinner?
Are they supposed to? I don't know.
Hello, I love
Are we just like, everybody needs to bring a turkey? And they're like, oh, she forgot her own turkey. What a jerk.
Hello, Reddit. Long-time lurker, first-time poster. I love Reddit.
People are living strange lives out there.
I'm not going to read all the ages and stuff because there's a lot of people. I got into an argument with my cousin, uncle, and aunt recently over something my cousin did or didn't do. So to give some information.
They're like, this was deliberate. She promised me a turkey. Now I got no turkey in my mouth.
So to give some information, my cousin is kind of unreliable, spoiled, and seen as the rainbow child in our family. Her parents did have her when they were old. And had given up on having kids.
Just ripping on the parents in the process. Them old people should not be having kids.
Okay. She could do no wrong in their eyes. They were pretty well off as well. She could do something that would land her in jail for 30 years to life, and they would still come up with an excuse to defend her. She blew her college fund on parties, clothes, jewelry, etc., and all her parents did was just give her more money, which she blew in a month. And they told her whatever you think is best. So Jenna, fake name. Jenna, fake
name. As if we give the real first name, they'll be like, we found her.
Yeah. Around a year ago, got into making realistic cakes. And I must say, despite my one-sided beef with her, she is really good at it, and even on par with professionals. She could make a living out of it if she settled down. Christmas was coming up, and they tasked everyone with something to do or make from home. And just bring the food to the host's house and heat it up to make everything easier. Jenna was tasked with bringing the turkey. Clearly.
Did she make a cake?
I know. I clearly knowing she was going to mess it up.
I clearly be knowing she'd be messing things up. I speak English.
And asked if they were sure about that. She literally said, "Are you sure you want to give Jenna the turkey?"
She might make a cake.
Don't they want to give it to someone more reliable and give Jenna a smaller task or nothing at all? They all dismissed me and said, "Calm down, she'll come through. She won't screw it up because she knows how important it is." So fast forward to Christmas Day. Everyone was arriving to the house, but Jenna was a bit late. We FaceTimed her, and she said she was in her car on her way, and the turkey is very hot, so there would be no need to heat it up. Oh, no. Okay. When Jenna arrived, she placed the turkey down on the table and called everyone around to show them something. She had a knife in her hand, and
I knew it.
And she was hovering over the turkey.
Knew she was gonna make a turkey cake.
She put why else would you mention the cakes?
Yeah.
She put the knife through to reveal that it was a very realistic cake. It was a very realistic, to be honest. All of our family clapped and said how talented she was. I asked her, "So where's the real turkey?" She responded with, "Oh, I didn't have time to buy or bake it, since I spent my time on the cake."
See that one coming.
I lost it and said, "How could you forget the major dish that we need? You screwed up your college fund just like you screwed up dinner." She began crying, and her parents called me a jerk and said I ruined Christmas. Half of the family is siding with my uncle and aunt and saying I didn't have to shout at her, while the others are saying I'm in the right. So Reddit, am I the jerk? What do you think?
Well, you might have gone a little overboard with that. You just screwed up everything in your whole life just like this turkey.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine, though, if we showed up to eat dinner and all we had was cake and some sides?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's but I wouldn't be like...
I'm going to bring dairy baked potatoes next year, but it's going to be a cake.
Yeah. But if you did that, I wouldn't be like, this is why you're a failure at life.
They were...
You selfish magician, putting on a facade with your fake foods.
They felt very strongly about the cake.
Yeah.
I mean, the turkey. They wanted turkey.
Apparently.
I think...
What am I going to do now? Just pour gravy in a bowl and drink it?
I think the comment you ruined your college fund just like you ruined turkey was a little harsh.
Yeah, it's over the top.
But I think she has a right to be upset. Because she was like, I told you not to give Jenna the turkey.
You could have brought this cake turkey and somebody else bring a real turkey.
Well, yeah, that's what she's like.
We could have had her making a cake the whole time and knew that it was coming.
I didn't have time to get the turkey because I was making the turkey cake.
It sounds like some kind of sitcom. Where they're like, did you have time to do that? And they're like, well, I was so busy scheming over here. I don't.
So busy with something that I didn't have to do that I couldn't do the thing I was supposed to do. People are so wild. Like, what's going through your head?
She's like, people will love this. Instead of a turkey.
The top comment says, "Eesh." But did you have any meat to eat, or did you end up with a plate of veggies and desserts? Keep away from her for a while. She would make anyone angry with those issues. Who tasks out the turkey? The host should be in charge of the main. Everyone else decides in desserts.
Also, first of all, who gives the turkey to the youngest person in the family?
Right.
I've never been given turkey.
Mom and Dad, if you're listening, Josh would like the responsibility of turkey next year. I've never baked a turkey.
Me neither.
We could do it. We could do it together. We could handle it.
I can cook fine.
Okay, fine.
I know how to bake chicken.
Okay, you heard it here first, everybody. He wants the turkey.
I don't want it, but if someone's like, you gotta make it or we're gonna be out of options, I can figure it out.
All right. Flaky friend plus wedding equals what should I do?
Bring someone else. Oh, is it their wedding?
Oh, let me tell you.
Or is it the flaky person's wedding?
It's the flaky person's wedding.
And you're their friend.
Huh.
So they're going to flake on the wedding. This friend is concerned she's going to have to marry the husband in their place.
I don't think that's her concern.
She's like, somebody's going to have to step up and take this place.
I don't want to be there.
I told him not to give her the turkey. Now look what we got. We got a cake wife standing up there. You're cut right down the middle of her back, and it's just cake. There's no woman. And what kind of wife is that?
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. I love some of these write-ins because this one starts off, "Hi."
Well, hello there. This is Adam Sandler posting on Reddit, apparently. I got married almost exactly a month ago. It was perfect. We got married in the Redwoods with 20 people and then had a reception back in our home state with a ton of other people. Yeah, this feels unnecessary. Just bragging for no reason. Get to the point.
I have a friend who flakes constantly. For example, 3 months ago, we tried to schedule dinner no less than 4 times, and every time the day of or the day before, I would text to confirm, and it would be that she forgot or had something else pop up.
People are all the same.
I was always the one that tried to reschedule, and I just stopped after the last one. Same thing has happened a couple of times. But I still like her, so I invited her to my bridal shower and my reception, both of which she enthusiastically told me she would be at. Spoiler alert, she never showed up. Now she's getting married and is inviting me to her bridal shower, and I'm not sure if I should go or not. I feel like if I go, I'll look desperate, and if I don't, I'll look petty. Help, please.
Why?
Why
would you be desperate? If you show up, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, she showed up when she didn't go to hers." What's up with that? What a loser!
I think for me, Jackson, hush with your Fortnite over there. But I think for me, if I invited you to all my wedding stuff and you just did not show up, I don't think I would come to your wedding. Like, I just would be like, "I'm good, thank you."
Yeah. But not because if I went, I would look desperate.
I don't think I would look desperate if I went.
Yeah.
But I don't think you deserve, like, I don't think we're good enough friends that I can come to yours if you didn't come to mine. You know? At this point, I feel like this is just a gift or money grab. She's clearly not actually interested in a friendship. It's one thing to miss a few dinners, but to miss a friend's bridal shower and wedding feels deliberate. Agreed.
Yeah.
This person says, go if you want to go, don't go if you don't want to. It's that simple.
Exactly.
You're making too big of a deal.
Half the time these people post on here, seems like they've already made up their mind.
Mm-hmm. And this goes back. This person says, flaky means selfish. She wants the free gift from you. Skip it. Ooh, this one says, tell her you'll go and then don't show up. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
She won't even notice.
Yep. This person says, exactly. Don't look petty. Be petty. Yeah. I wouldn't go and just end the friendship. She obviously doesn't care about you, so why should you? Pretty straightforward. Okay, this one. We'll end with this one. Spent over $600 to see husband's family and got flaked on twice.
Okay.
This is true off my chest, so there's no
I need more information before I can comment on this.
I always like you to comment before.
I don't know what's going on though. The last time I thought they put a fake bride up there because she flaked on her own wedding, and it turned out to be not that serious at all.
Okay, this one sounds very serious. I'm not gonna lie, I have not even read through this all the way. Ooh, there's an update at the end. Ready?
I guess.
My husband's family keeps begging us to come to Vegas so that we can hang out.
Oh, well, there you go. We're already out.
Anyone who lives in Vegas, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm good. Every time we see his family at a gathering, we get along incredibly well. So we take the 8-hour road trip. Keep in mind, we know how busy his family is, so we try to accommodate them at every turn before coming out. Okay, so they begged them to come out. Just keep that in mind. This includes letting them pick the weekend we came, letting them pick the time, the restaurant, and us paying for a hotel since they never offered up their home. It's too small for the family that lives there now. The entire trip was planned in order to see his family, and we thought we had made this pretty clear. So the day comes where we start on our road trip. On the drive out, we're in close communication and let his family know where we're at. That night, we planned to meet up for dinner. We waited until 7 so that one family member could get off of work. We'll call her M. We definitely thought everything was going well until we started receiving some BS excuses, like how the mom and dad wanted to stay in to decorate for Christmas, how M had already passed out in her bed, and how they didn't have a free car to go to dinner. We offered to pick them up, and they passed on it. We asked if we could visit their home for a few minutes, and they said yes. We ended up coming over and visiting for a few hours for them to say, let's do dinner tomorrow. The next night, we all agreed to try to do dinner again. Again, they name a place and time. We are keeping in the heart of Las Vegas as to not have to drive across town to where they live. About 30 minutes before we're supposed to meet, they tell us they're not feeling it and are going to go home and go to bed. What in the actual? The next day, we drive home defeated, sad, and feeling like we wasted our time there on plans that were going to be canceled last minute anyway. So my husband and I spent over $600 on food, boarding, etc., and I even spent some of my non-existent PTO time. We're both so angry but hesitate saying anything to his family. If I drove out 8 hours and tried to go to dinner twice, and all we ended up doing was hanging out at someone's house for like an hour.
I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
We drove out here and confirmed with you. At that point, I would be like, and I'm done. I'm done.
You gotta come see me next time.
Yeah, you're coming out to me. Angry. Okay, so I'm going to give you kind of the short end of the update because they're really wordy. My husband drafted a text and let me edit it, trying to keep it positive and less accusatory. We then said it was fun to talk to the family when we did, but we felt the need to express that their decisions to avoid us hurt us greatly. One of the sisters privately messaged me and asked to talk. I won't go into all the detail, but she said that M has been going through a hard time with a boyfriend and that it's been very odd in their house. She said she was honestly planning to hang out with us, but M needed her for something. I told her we understood, but again, we lost money and time trying to see them, and that we wish they had been honest with us in the first place. She did mention that this will give her mom something to talk about, since her mother loves drama, and I jokingly called out how the entire family will know about this. Not sure how I feel about this excuse, but what's done is done. Oh, so that's not really an update. They sent a message in the front and they made excuses. Okay. Yep.
She seems nice.
The sister?
Yeah. No. The woman.
The woman, yeah, because she's way more patient than I would have been. I would have been like, forget your family, we're done. Staying over here on our side of the 8-hour trip. That would make me so mad. They got a hotel. They confirmed twice. They tried to go to dinner twice. Nope.
That'd be weird.
That would be really weird.
We've never taken a road trip to see our family. And they were like, nah.
Can you?
We're like, so we always stay at their house.
Yes. That'd be like us back in the day, going to Illinois, and then getting a hotel, and then Grandma and Grandpa being like, meh.
We got all this stuff going on.
And we're like, we drove a really long way to be here.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money. Thanks a lot. Okay, Jackson, I hear you in there. Anyway, flaky people. Ooh, and this has nothing to do with flakes, but I wanted to ask you this question. I forgot at the beginning. Are you ready?
Hang on, let me get settled here.
If you had to hide a paperclip in your house, and the cops had 24 hours to find it, where would you hide the paperclip so it wouldn't be found?
Oh, I can't get my hiding place away.
Okay, spoiler alert, no cop is actually coming to look for a paperclip. Where would you hide it?
In our house specifically?
Yeah, in your house specifically. I've seen videos on this, and the answers are varying and different, so.
We don't have a lot of great hiding spots in our house.
Because they have 24 hours to sift through, so it's like they have time to dig through.
Yeah, how many police officers are there?
1.
Oh.
1, but he gets 24 hours. The pondering is deep here. I saw one person say that they would hide it in a jar of paper clips because they would never know which paperclip it was.
Oh, well, if that's an option, I would just put it in the paperclip bin.
But what if it's a different color? Like, what if they had a special marking on it? So let's say that's not an option. No idea.
I would put it up top in the kitchen, like on the top area.
Yeah. Like
underneath something.
Like
up there,
glue it to the bottom of it.
One of the decorations, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of the wooden boxes. That's a pretty good spot.
Yeah. I think I would hide it.
I mean, you got the boys' rooms.
Ample opportunity for it.
It'll take you 24 hours to go through these 2 rooms.
Listen, over the break, we deep clean. Actually, on Christmas Day, we came home from your house, and they wanted to deep clean their rooms. I don't know if you noticed. It's set up right now for the podcast, but it's pretty clean in here.
Yeah, it's pretty empty.
It's pretty empty. He wanted to clean it out. I made a deal with Noah that if he keeps his room clean until February, he gets this new bed. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. He was like, we got to clean my room. I can't even walk on the floor anymore.
It was ridiculous. Just constantly a mess. Anyway. So now it's pretty bare. Hats on the wall. Perfect place to podcast.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Well, thanks for not flaking out on me.
I got all my stuff in here.
You what?
I don't see all my old stuff in here.
Oh, it is very much Josh's old room made into Noah's room. Yeah. All your old cards. What else? What else is yours?
The dresser.
Oh, that dresser is yours? Oh.
Yeah. That was the dresser that I had my whole life.
We also still have... Well, I don't know if you use that dresser or if just Steven used it. The little blue dresser.
Old one? Yeah, that was Steven.
I don't know if I have it anymore. I actually don't think I do. I think I offered it to Steven for his kids and he didn't want it. So I got rid of it. Anyway. Thanks for not flaking out on me.
Yeah.
Talking about flaky, narcissistic, flaky people. If you're flaky, fix it. It's rude.
Yeah.
Cheers to the New Year's. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Whoa.